This is a story of a Philippine woman. Life in Philippines is hard for her. Little job opportunities are provided in these countries, while the salary is also very low to support her daily life. Having a big family to feed, father, mother, brother, sisters, and children, the only chance for her is to go abroad and work as a foreign domestic helper in countries such as Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, and Taiwan. In order to work abroad, she would have to go to local private recruitment agencies, which have counterpart agencies in employing countries, and go through a series of trainings. After she is chosen by a hiring employer, the agency will proceed her application of working permit and visa. In her mind, she is happy to come to Hong Kong. Hong Kong is a beautiful place with a lot of opportunities. However, things were not as what she had imagined. When she arrived at Hong Kong, she was told that she has to pay the agency a fee for her training and commission, which is around 80% of her salary. She didn't know that according to Hong Kong Common Law Chapter 57A, an agency cannot charge her more than 10% of her first month's wage. She was then brought by the agent to a lending company, asking her to sign a loan agreement for the fee charged. They threatened her to sign in return to secure her job. So starting from her first month of work, she has to go to 7-Eleven to buy a payment card and bank in the amortized amount of her loan monthly. By doing this, she is left with no money to send to her family for 3 to 7 months. Besides, since she has to stay with her employers, she might not be able to rest as the working hours is not limited. Afraid of jeopardizing her job, she couldn't report it to the police. Feeling lost, she finally found someone who might help her. There are a few well-known organizations in Hong Kong which deal with these problems, such as Helpers for Domestic Helpers and Hong Kong Helpers Campaign, so she asked for their help. Investigations are being done on her report, but things were not as smooth as they wished. Evidence is often insufficient due to lack of paper trail and payments and receipts. Because of Hong Kong's 2-week rule, where she must leave Hong Kong within 2 weeks' time after the termination of contract, she doesn't have enough time to wait for further actions. Her effort and time spent on working overseas bear no fruit, and her life continued to be hard. So, these issues are not solved, and her friends might also face the same situation. More and more Filipinos face this problem, so the Philippines started to control the export of workers to overseas. Then, Hong Kong will start facing the shortage of foreign domestic workers. Parents in Hong Kong would have to go to work, do household chores, and take care of their children simultaneously. But what if everything was different? What if Hong Kong learns from other countries such as Malaysia, Taiwan, and Canada? First, adopting Malaysia's system, a fixed cost could be set for the recruitment procedures of foreign domestic workers. When the process is done by a private agency, which is both recognized by exporting and importing countries, dishonest agencies could be eliminated. Employment fees should also be charged to the employers, not the workers. As for Canada, they may have regulations toward employers such as submission of written contract and financial proof that employers have sufficient money to cover their wages. Hong Kong could also follow by having stricter rules to both employees and employers. Government could ask employers to provide sufficient information including original receipt of wages even if it's on a cash basis. Inspired by the Taiwanese model, an e-system that acts as a platform for employers and employees to connect could be established. This could reduce the power of controlling domestic workers by the agencies. Also, they can ban the Hong Kong agencies and place them with NGO who will actually charge a lawful fixed commission fee of 10%. The government can encourage public education to create more awareness on debt bondage injustice. After that, Hong Kongers can sign the letter to LegCo petitioning against the bondage. Then, perhaps the government will extend the 2-week policy.
Created using Powtoon.